Alright. Hello, hello. Seem to be having some technical difficulties here. My frames just keep dropping and dropping and dropping. What's up with the Wi-Fi? Is it the Wi-Fi? What the hell's going on? Clearly something's going on. I don't know. And the cam's acting up too. Apparently this thing... Maybe I need to just get rid of this camera. Look at it. It won't stop. No matter what I do, it doesn't stop. No matter how many times I've moved the wire or tried to undo the kinks in it. Brand new freaking camera. Cheap one, but still, it's just the fuck. What do you expect? What do you get when you spend $5 on a webcam? You get crap. Is it a freaking USB? I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know where the short's coming from. There doesn't seem to be anywhere where it's loose at all. Oh, is it in here? Feels like it's right here. Okay. Whatever. We're going into the game. Oh, I have no fucking audio. Again. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Okay. It's way behind. Alright. Okay. I thought things were not gonna go correctly today. But... God, please stop doing that. I need like a legit webcam, not this piece of crap. Oh, I'm gonna have to change the window. Alright, so window capture. There we go. Turn the brightness up, I can't even see it. There we go. Alright. Minimize this. Actually, no. Move it over. There, now I can see the chat. Continue. Anybody here? Hello? Nope, nobody here. Okay. Well, I know which way to go, so I'll just go. and enjoy the game.
It was a battered
Nobody
metal
has to be
toolbox.
here. Cuts the volume on here. Okay, so I'm loud. There. Test. Test. Okay, why is it turned all the way up? Oh, because if not, you can't hear me. It doesn't have a boost, or at least I haven't found a boost yet. Please stop doing stupid shit. Fucking shit. Let's take a look at this. He just stopped in
Hey,
mid-swing.
stop that! Get away from there!
Uh-oh.
What do you think you're doing?
I was admiring your toolbox.
Are we? Had a good look, have you? I'm warning you, if you touch it, I'll crack your nut.
Okay, I get your point.
Let's talk to him.
The muscular workman wore a morose expression, like a silent warning to leave him to get on with his job. Hey, you!
I thought you'd been arrested.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, scar! I thought that was it. Those automatics pack quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess. I gotta go.
Don't...
It's a little bit too loud now.
Hi, can you spare a few minutes?
What do you want?
Yeah,
I gotta go.
still too loud.
Don't let...
You're not gonna hear my voice over that. I know it for a fact. Bring it right back down to where it was at. Go back in here and turn this. Wait. What? There we go.
Hi, can you spare a few minutes?
What do you want now?
Alright, I think that's better. Let me test this out here.
Would you like to read my newspaper?
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way,
Sounds
I wouldn't
echoey.
get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
Bah! Look at this. Damn bleeding heart liberals. Tcha! Save the dolphins. Catch them and eat them, I say. All that fuss over a bunch of fish. Nah, that's more like it. Look at the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks, no? Ah, what's this? Saladin running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse? A legend. Bucephalus reborn, mon ami. Like a streak of lightning she is. Do me a favor, won't you? Keep an eye on my hole. I'm off to put some money on that nag.
What about your toolbox?
Stuff it. Help yourself.
Well, we didn't get a chance to talk to him. Let's figure out why there's an echo here. Not sure why. Widget window. Oh, that has to be on the top, right? Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Alright, desktop audio output. Hang on.
Hey, you!
I thought you'd been arrested.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, gah! I thought that was it. Those automatics pack quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess.
Oh well. I don't know, it sounds like their voices are echoey. But to me, they don't sound like that.
Did you see an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Can't beat. I could have knocked his block off.
Did you recognize the old man?
No. Should I have done? Was he a celebrity?
Celebrity?
No, but I guess he is now. His name was Plantar.
Was? He's dead then?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Now I wish I hadn't called him what I did. If only I could turn back the clock. If only I'd been more tolerant.
Regret and remorse are strange emotions. They really bring out the hammiest actors in people. Did you see a clown come by this way?
A clown? Like in a circus?
Yeah, with makeup and a big red nose.
Huh! Those guys are funny, aren't they?
Not in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for a living.
Look, I know you're busy, but surely you'd have noticed a clown.
I told you already. I didn't see a thing.
He was wearing multicolored baggy trousers and makeup.
He'd be a poor sort of clown if he didn't.
Yeah.
Listen, I have to find that clown. He's a killer.
Say, who are you anyhow? A cop?
No, of course not. I mean, do I look like a cop?
No, but you act like one, sticking your nose in where it's not wanted.
Hmm.
How do you know this guy's a killer? Did you see him in action?
Didn't you hear the explosion? The cafe was blown up.
I wondered what that bang was. Any bodies?
Yeah, an old man was killed.
Merde. I didn't think it was that serious. What about the waitress?
Oh, she's fine.
Thank the saints.
Show you this.
Take a look at this.
You told me you weren't a cop.
Don't shout about it. I'm working undercover.
Who are you looking for?
That's confidential. Would you like to read my newspaper?
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
I don't know.
Look at this. Damn bleeding heart liberals. Tja! Save the dolphins. Catch them and eat them, I say. All that fuss over a bunch of fish. Nah, that's more like it. Look at the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks. Ah, what's this?
It's a racehorse.
A horse? Like a street? Do me a favor, won't you?
I am losing
Keep
major
an eye on my
frames.
hole. I'm off to put some money on that nag.
What about your toolbox?
Stop it.
61%.
Help yourself.
I don't know, maybe I need to like run updates on this. Let's see what we got here.
I'd found just what I wanted. A tool for lifting manhole covers. Set into the huge... The door was securely locked.
Here we go.
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
Yay. Let's see what we can find. Well, what do
It
we
was a
have here?
shiny red plastic ball sat incongruously on the slippery green slimed floor. As I picked up the plastic ball, I realized it was intended to be worn. It
Clown's
was the
nose.
clown's red nose.
Look this way.
I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers. It was a small scrap of cloth caught on the rusting spike. I took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike.
Hi there. Hold it right there, you sewer rat. I knew you'd come back. And now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there, immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that. Keep your distance, monsieur.
Okay, okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
Terrorists. The meanest, nastiest, dirtiest bunch of guys you ever saw.
Uh-huh. Englishmen without a doubt. The filthy dogs. The day they opened that tunnel was a bad day for France. I tell you, if I still had the full use of my faculties, I'd march right over there and tell them so.
Well, whoever they are, they blew up the cafe.
What? The cafe? Blown up? Mon Dieu.
Dear.
That is awful.
The guy who did it was a calculating, cold-blooded killer. He was disguised as a clown. I followed him into the sewer, and I think he came this way.
Ah, mon Dieu! Then, the man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well, yes, it had crossed my mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you are doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
What is there to tell? He was a typical criminal type, just like you.
Whoa.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
Oh, she isn't hurt, is she?
No, she's fine.
Oh, thank heavens. A poor girl like her isn't safe with the likes of you roaming the streets.
Can't you understand? I'm not a gangster. I'm an American tourist.
I'm an American.
That's what you say.
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Who is he?
The man who was killed in the cafe. I'm gonna find the guy responsible. I'll find him.
I'll find it.
Even if it means following him down every sewer in every city in Europe.
Bravo! You need some sensible boots. You won't get far in those stupid sneakers.
Okay.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
I didn't notice. Now are you going to leave? Or do I have to call the police?
Perhaps you'd like to take a look at my card?
What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division?
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you. And I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is your posture, your poise. Oh, yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man. And I should know. I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
Well,
tell me about the man you apprehended.
He was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an armlock. His face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron. But he did not know what he was up against. Oh no. He made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture.
I'm moving this window right to like the edge here. There we go.
Do you know the waitress at the
Is
cafe?
there anyone here?
You
No.
can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes, I know her. Quite well, you could say. She came to work at the cafe 7 months ago. I look forward all week to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Really? So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui. Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
Your what?
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. No.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, it was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That belonged to his victim.
Like a baby.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen jewels?
I don't know. But the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
Yeah. Check out this manhole cover.
This is what I used to open the manhole cover.
I
Cool,
have
huh?
one just the same as that, monsieur. I will fetch it if you like.
No, don't bother.
Oh, it is no bother, monsieur.
Nah, forget it.
Just trying to be helpful, monsieur.
Take a look at this false nose.
Aha! That looks like a clown's nose to me.
Precisely. He must have dropped it in his panic.
Unless he wanted you to find it.
Why would he want to do that?
To put you off the scent.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me? Someone has emptied their nostrils into it.
Someone has emptied their nostrils into it.
Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
Ah, that is the same cloth as the jacket I found. I'd recognize that pattern anywhere.
Now, about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. A pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Where did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck. Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind. What was the name on the label?
Ah, it was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little trick with numbers that I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
Well, gotta
I
go.
have to be going. Thanks to your help,
See
the
ya.
citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Vraiment? I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
Mr. Bean car back there. It's pretty much the same damn car.
Come up into the courtyard and then slip back into the street here. It wasn't much, but it was more than the cops had got.
Oops. There we go.
The policeman was not much older than me. His face wore an expression of intense concentration.
That or he was constipated.
The policeman was not much older. Excuse me.
Not so fast. I'd like your personal details, please.
Huh? What for?
In the event of an accident, it would help us to know where to send the body.
What? I don't feel so comfortable here now.
Look, is this really necessary? I came in here to talk to Rosso.
Why did you not say? He's not here.
But
Do you wish to leave a message for him? I have a choice of blue or black pen.
massage?
I'd recommend the blue for a less formal communication.
I'd prefer to talk to him in person.
As you wish, monsieur.
Is Sergeant Moo available?
What? You want to speak to him?
Yes, please.
I cannot recall the last time someone asked to speak to Moo. No one ever speaks to him. Not even his kids. Eh bien. He is not here, monsieur. He is with Inspector Rousseau, like Laurel and Kitten. No, monsieur?
Hardy.
Carl,
Oliver Norville Hardy.
Hardy. Look what I
Have you
got.
any idea what this tool is used for?
Oui, monsieur. It is a dipstick.
I found this red nose near the Café de la Chandelle Verte.
A clown's nose?
That's right. The guy who wore this is a savage killer.
If you say so, monsieur.
Ugh. Hold on a second. This mouse pad is falling all apart. There. There, that's better.
I found this tissue.
What the hell is that?
It's
Evidence of what? Mayonnaise smuggling?
The sticky stuff is grease paint.
Ah. And that is
What
supposed to
the
make me
hell
happy,
is
isn't
that?
it? I suggest you think long and hard about what you are doing with your life, monsieur.
I found this scrap of material in the sewer.
Vraiment?
It was probably torn from the clothes of a psychotic killer.
Even if you were Sherlock Holmes, I would have trouble believing you.
Yeah.
Thanks for your help, officer. It was just some police paperwork, a search warrant.
About?
It was a search warrant.
What about?
It was a search warrant for someone named Robert Overman. Not a name that I recognized.
Robert Overman.
It was a search... It was a public telephone.
Well, you don't see that every day now, do you? Not anymore. Shall we call Taylor or Nicole? Collard. Oh, Taylor.
Hello? Who is this? Hi. My name's George
Hi.
Stobart. You don't know me.
Correct,
Hi,
Mr.
I'm
Stobart. I don't.
George.
What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay. Forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about? Who are you working for?
I guess you might say
Hey, jumpy
I'm
little
acting in the
fella.
interests of truth and justice.
Ah, thank God. I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
No, I never heard of him.
Shall I tell you what happened to Plantar? How he was killed in cold blood?
I told you. I
Oh my
never
God,
heard
George.
of Plantar.
You're gonna freak this guy out.
I expect Plantar's a family man, don't you? In their little apartment, Madame Plantar is cooking the supper, listening for the familiar sound of her husband's key in the door. Junior is waiting for his daddy to come home from work. He can't wait to show him the merit marks he earned in school today. Only tonight, Monsieur Plantar won't be coming home.
You forgot the puppy.
Huh?
The faithful puppy dog, waiting for the sound of his master's voice.
Well, maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know, Plantar. I never heard of Plantar. None of this has anything to do with me.
Man. Everything I have is so poor.
What do you know about the clown who bombed the Café de la Chandelle Verte?
I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
You're cool, Todrick. But I think
You're
you know
cool,
more
bro.
than you're saying.
I don't know who you be, but sure I am you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Quit playing games with me, Todrick.
I tell you, I know nothing about no clown.
I don't believe you.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
You do. You know something. You jumpy man. What's going on with her?
Hello, Nico Coulard.
Hello?
Nicole.
It's George.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well,
Well.
it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment later this afternoon?
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come over.
There we go. We've got a date.
I was used to working alone,
Business.
but I had to admit it felt good with George on the case too. But there were some things I was going to have to do alone, and fast. I needed the answers to some questions. Who was the costume killer? And why did he murder Carchon? Why did Carchon ask for me to interview him? How did he know my father? And why was my editor so scared? There was some kind of secret war going on out there. But who was on which side?
Questions.
One thing I did know. I wasn't going to get the answers sitting at my desk.
So many questions. And Nicole is back on the case. Maxine in bathroom. I was disturbed by a phone call from your editor. Sorry, yes. George called. All that stuff we still got. Take a look at this. See what this is all about over here.
No messages for me.
You have no messages.
You have no messages.
It was a photograph of my father, the first one I ever took, with the first camera he ever bought me.
The first picture and the first camera. That's special. Your first father. Oh?
No, I'm not giving up. I really do not know where we are going, but I pray to God that we are gonna get there. Stay with me, don't leave me where you going. I can't be left alone out of my own hair. I think I know exactly what you're thinking, cause I think I feel the same way too. Take my hand and let's do a
Pretty
little
sure
walking.
that's copyright.
You call, but you never did. But you never did. You said you called.
My old table had seen better days. I was beginning to know how it felt.
Sit down. Think. Think about things. Write on your paper. There you go. The telephone. Let's look at the phone.
I was beginning to hate the phone. All it brought me was bad news.
Little owl. What's
My first Teddy. Never had a boyfriend as loyal as him. The box was one of the few things my father left me. The elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Cochon's. The box was carved by my father. It never had a key. The box was one of the few things. The elephant. The box was. The elephant. It was the drawing room key. I couldn't do anything with that. It was the beautiful elephant my father had carved. It was one of my hair clip. It was the drawing room key. It was the drawing room key. I had decrypted the note. It read, Pierre, this take
What's this?
My first teddy.
Oh, that was that. Okay. Well, I can't open that, so I guess I might as well. Can I call anybody? Do I need to call anybody?
There wasn't anyone.
Okay. Well, let's go. Get out of here. Hey!
It was my neighbor, the so-called psychic.
Psychic. Let's talk to the psychic. See what she has to say. Gosh, I love this game.
Mademoiselle Collard.
Oh, hello there. Don't tell me I'm going to meet a tall, dark man.
No, I don't think so. Why would you say that?
Oh, just a wild guess.
Anyway, your cousin's female and very pretty.
What?
Your cousin from Marseille. How could you forget her so soon? She was only in your apartment yesterday.
Ah, really?
Such a charming young girl.
Isn't she? And in my apartment, you say?
She let herself in, of course. She's got a key.
Suddenly, everything made sense. My apartment had been bugged. That was how Plantard knew all about my article. How did I know? Because the only cousin I have is a sweet little guy called Jean-Marc, who runs a patisserie in Le Touquet. These people were determined, which meant they were also very dangerous. I suppose she'd forgotten which apartment was mine.
Oh, Miss Collard, you're a mind reader. That's just what she said.
Oh, I bet it was. Well, I'd better be
That's
going.
what she
See
said.
what my sweet
I
cousin's
bet it
been
was.
getting up to.
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
That was funny. Too bad nobody's here to see that.
Bonjour.
Bon?
The woman who claimed to be my cousin. Could you describe her again?
Well, she was your height, but with impeccable manners.
I bet.
Okay.
What do you think of my hair clip?
Very nice. One day I might be able to afford one of those, mademoiselle.
Give it to her. You can get
Do
a
you
new one.
know anything about this boat ticket?
No, mademoiselle. I am not a tourist office.
Take a look at this cloth.
It looks expensive. Did you steal it?
Well, no, of course
Yeah.
not.
You liar.
Ever seen a safe key like this?
In my business, I don't come across many safes.
I don't suppose you're any good at unraveling codes.
My beautiful
already
grandmother
cracked
was
that.
a cryptologist for the resistance. But all I inherited were her good looks.
No. What do you think of this carving?
It's nice, but I wouldn't flash it around this neighborhood.
What do you make of this message?
It will take you on a journey that begins where it ends. In laughter and in tears, in sadness and in joy.
You got all that from this paper?
No, it's from a song. I heard it on the radio this morning.
It wouldn't be sensible to let her know about Carchon. I took this stone cylinder from a safe.
Interesting. Let me give you a word of advice. If you ever want to know what is written on it, you should smear it with paint and then roll it on paper.
What?
It's a gift, mademoiselle. I never question it.
That's fine.
Au revoir.
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
To give you the solution to the puzzle from earlier later in the game. Alright, where are we going? I don't know if we need to go back to the cafe. Rue Jarry. Carchon residence. Is that where I am at? Oh no, it's there. Okay, so let's take a look.
It was held in place by wires. Maybe it wasn't that after all. Maybe it was a cell phone transmitter.
I would be obliged if you did not touch the art, mademoiselle.
Sorry. Won't do it again.
A bored-looking gendarme sat staring at the sculpture. Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Can I ask what you're doing?
I am guarding the scene of a terrible and heinous crime.
Yeah, this statue. Tell me about it.
Au contraire, mademoiselle. This statue is a pure and visionary statement, a comment upon man's self-imposed isolation within a debased societal framework.
Not a crime, then?
The only crime you will find here is the murder of the great Monsieur Carchon.
No. How dramatic.
I know. Here in this very building, no less. It is top secret, but according to Carchon's wife, the killer was dressed as a mime. Police believe there was an accomplice, a young female journalist. Even as we speak, she is being hotly pursued up and down the land. No stone is being left unturned.
Good place to look for a journalist, officer.
We police are no fools.
Evidently.
Evidently.
How was Monsieur Carchon killed?
He was shot in cold blood with a gun.
Why was he dressed as a mime?
I have my own theory. Either he was mad,
Or
or he was a real mime, trying to throw us all off the scent by cunningly not wearing a disguise.
how long have you been in the police force?
All my life, mademoiselle.
It shows.
Thank you.
You must be quite an aficionado of modern art.
Au contraire, I adore it. In fact, I dabble myself.
Oh, really? I used to dabble myself, but I managed to quit in the end. Why would a mime kill Monsieur Carchon?
He was a hired killer, I expect. Everybody knows mimes don't leave prints.
Everybody knows mimes don't leave prints.
Monsieur?
Mademoiselle?
Why would a mime...
He was a...
You must...
Let's just
Oh,
watch it.
really?
Is there nothing else I can say?
What do you think... Oh, really? I was just wondering where I should stick it.
Somewhere that doesn't get much light?
That's just what I was thinking. No. I'd be crazy to show him the paper with the... no. Ever seen one of these?
Not since I was a boy. My father taught me how to whittle using a metal cylinder like that.
I bet that kept you quiet.
Indeed it did. I never talked to him again. He died before I finished.
Ever see symbols like these?
Only at the bottom of a bottle, mademoiselle. Ha! You see what I did there? I
Yeah.
always find a little humor breaks the ice at the crime scene. Don't you agree?
Yep.
I knew better than to show him a safe key. What do you think of these pretty clothes?
Wait a minute. What is this? I have seen this before, but where? Of course! Now I remember. At my dear grandmama's. Bless her little dressing table.
What do you think of this boat ticket?
Mademoiselle, if you think taking me on a boat trip down the Seine is going to get me into bed with you, then you are mistaken.
I'm sorry.
I have been trained to resist women
What?
offering both tickets, and men too. We are up to date on gender issues, you know.
How would you like a nice air clip like this?
I must warn you, mademoiselle, that I have been trained to resist such improper advances.
Man, this game. It's been a little while since I've played it.
How was Monsieur Cachon killed?
He was shot in cold blood.
It'll always
gun.
be one of my
Why
favorites.
was he dressed as a...
I have
Oh,
oh,
how long?
all my
It's
Blah
short.
blah
so-
blah 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 blah. Let me in. I'm out of here. Let's go here. Okay, it's nothing there. Time to go back to the cafe. What's in here? We're crisscrossing over crime scenes. What are we doing?
It was the kind of ancient phone beloved of French workmen. I was surprised they still use them. I didn't need to call. There was a small door set into the entrance, but nothing to say who. The door.
Okay, go this way. Alright, so that's being repaired.
The workman looked about as eager and helpful as your average road digger.
He looks like an Oompa Loompa with Mario's outfit on. Oompa Loompa, it's me, Mario.
Hello, could I ask you some questions?
That depends. Are you a cop?
No, I'm a journalist.
Bit late, aren't you? They already took away the body.
I'm doing a follow-up on this story. Tell me, are you related to the workman I saw digging the hole?
Don't talk to me about flobage. Pah!
Okay.
He just won a fortune on the horses and he won't give me a cent.
Whoa.
Well, it's his money.
When he was broke, he was happy to touch me for a loan. Brothers should look after each other, he used to say. He's changed his tune, now he's brassed up.
You're doing a fine job.
Damn right I am. You should be writing about me, not that idiot that got blown up.
Oh,
Heroes
come
who
on.
pick up the pieces when disaster strikes.
Exactly.
Well, give me your best smile and maybe I'll put your picture in the article.
Oh, right. Just give me a minute to do my hair.
The police had been quick to clear away the wreckage and arrange for the window to be boarded up. There was nothing I could do. The workman had everything under control.
The police had removed the body, but nothing else looked disturbed.
A panel had been blown away, revealing a gap. From this angle, I could see that something had been lodged in the gap behind the pipes.
Ooh.
From this behind the table were some damaged pipes.
So he stuck that in there
Now
before
I'd
he
seen
died.
it in the mirror, I could make out something behind the pipes. Voila! The police and forensic teams had missed a vital piece of evidence. Some kind of pouch. On the pouch was the cross symbol of Cauchon's organization. I was on the right track. On the pouch was the cross symbol of Cauchon's organization. Inside the pouch were two items: a strange metallic artifact and a letter in some kind of code. The artifact had a sword laid across scales. There was a picture of Lady Justice on the locked panel in the room below the conciergerie. Another coded message using the same cipher system. So, Plantard was involved with Cauchon.
Another puzzle. Alright. that an E? Or N? Could be an E. We, me. We. And that's not it. That's it. H. E. T. The T. T. What's an apostrophe T? That can't be a word. Apostrophe N. N? No. What could that be? I don't know. Oh, I wish Caster and J-Mac were here. They would be able to figure that out. It has to be some kind of thing. Let me see. This could be wrong. This whole thing could be wrong. M. B. Me. We. The blank. The blank. B. These aren't words, so this is... That's not right. Can't be right. Take. Wow. Oh, it's this one. Where is it? Have. Oh shit, no, it's not that. Have.
Pierre Kill. Murderer must have followed trail from Arno and Yamada. He will come for us now. We must be vigilant. Thierry's girl broke into Pierre's safe. She worries me. Imelda. So much for Imelda's innocence. Plantard was working for her, and for Canchon.
I knew it!
But why did Plantard want to meet? Was it a trap? Or maybe he was in too deep and needed me to tell the story, whatever the story was. One thing was clear. It was a story worth killing for.
I guess we better be careful, huh? Some brandy.
It was a brandy bottle.
Let's take it.
Some journalists drink on the job, not me.
Okay. Never mind. Alright, I can get out of here now.
Hey, what about my photos?
Oh.
Of course. How could I forget?
Well, I'm waiting. Get your camera out.
Camera. Oh, I forgot. It broke.
Alors, they should never send a woman to do a man's job.
Well, this woman had fooled him easily enough. And found the evidence the police had missed.
Just goes to show you, Mr. Oompa Loompa Mario. Nicole Collard is no ordinary woman. She is something else. Oh my god, I was what, 12 when I first got this? 12 or 13 when I first got this game. Yeah, she was something else. What a
The strange
babe.
metal artifact I found in Plantard's pouch. I pointed back to the quayside.
Let's go there. I always dreamed of myself being like George Stobart, an American in another country, just falling in love over a mystery. Well, actually, it's kind of scary, but as far as a mystery, I mean, I love a good treasure hunt. And this is right down that alley. Alright, let's see here. I still have all the stuff too, so let's go ahead and just do this. Just do it. Do it! Do it now! That right here. That right here. And off we go. Let me take this.
I removed the shell.
There it is.
Plantard's key fitted the lock, so he must have used this place too. The folders were empty. Someone had removed anything that they thought could be incriminating. A photograph had been torn up. If I could just arrange the pieces. God. It can't be.
It is. Oh no! It's your father!
There was no doubt about it. It was a picture of my father.
Who your daddy? That's your daddy.
Papa? Oh, God. After what I'd gone through, I thought I could face anything, but not this. My father, the one person in the whole world who I truly admired, standing with Cachon, while those murderers carried on with their evil work. My father, grinning at the camera. I couldn't believe it. I realized that I desperately needed to get to the bottom of this story, and that I really needed George.
She needs George. And he's coming over to her house. It's gonna happen. Just business. It's business, folks. It's not what you think. It's just business. Oh. Hi.
The woman was doing something with a pair of needles that couldn't be described as knitting.
Okay. Well, let's compare all of our stuff that we've collected.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would you like me to foretell your future?
Yeah.
No thanks.
I'm very good. It only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to.
I swear that looks like something off of Monkey Island.
Do you know
Except
a young
they didn't
woman
have a
called
bike.
Nicole Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me in the apartment block across the street. The door isn't locked, but you'll need to give it a gentle nudge. It sticks, you see, because of the damp. The landlord said he'd fix it before winter sets in. He's been saying that for 3 years.
How long has Mademoiselle Collard lived here?
A few months. She's in for a shock when the cold weather comes. Drafty windows, insufficient heating. It's a struggle to keep warm. The only reason I stay is because the rent is cheap. Your young lady, she deserves better.
Let's see what you're
I
trying to
thought
say.
Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fine clothes. Oh, I've heard her crying herself to sleep at night.
That's awful.
Now don't you let on that I've told you. She's proud, that one. Too proud, if you ask me.
Have you seen anyone out here watching Mademoiselle Collard's apartment?
Yes, I have. A strange man. Tall and thin as a broomstick. He kept his face hidden. But I saw his eyes peering from evil little slits.
How was he dressed?
A long brown raincoat with an hat.
Or like Humphrey Bogart?
Yes, but he didn't have Bogart's charisma. Besides, this guy looked like he needed a toilet. You never saw Bogart clenching his buttocks like that.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Mademoiselle Collard?
No, monsieur.
Are the flowers for sale?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. I'll take a bunch of those white ones.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
No?
They are lilies, monsieur. Some people associate them with death.
Yikes. Well, thanks for telling me. What other flowers do you have?
Dahlias?
What do they signify?
Insecurity?
I don't want to give her the wrong idea about me. What about the tall yellow ones?
Those are iris, the flame of passion.
And the little yellow ones?
Sensuality.
Well, they're no use to me. I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat. I've changed my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
You're going on a long journey.
My, oh my. What a surprise. Can you tell me anything I don't already know? How does this fortune-telling routine work?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
Well, it's a bit like satellite television, I suppose. Some of us are born with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
Can
That's
you
my
really
my invisible
foretell the
piano.
future?
You can't see
Only
it.
time will tell, monsieur.
Only I can.
The strange thing is, I can't seem to see myself in the future. Other people, I have no problem. But when I try to see what might happen to me, nothing.
That
Mm,
must be scary.
yeah.
Maybe. I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism. Either that, or I don't have a future.
Ah, mon ami.
What do you make of this tool?
Is it something a dentist would use?
No, it's for raising manhole covers.
Formidable.
Do you recognize this nose?
No, monsieur.
What can you tell me about this tissue?
Nothing.
What can you tell me about this material?
It's a very expensive piece of cloth, monsieur.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
It was the door to Nico's apartment. Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
Pow.
I'm glad you could make it, monsieur.
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George.
Take off your pants. I mean, shoes.
A beer? And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers underneath the cafe.
I thought I could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck. Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
My editor told me to drop the story. Can you believe it?
But you're not gonna do that.
No.
Oh no. I'm going to find out what's behind these killings. It
Yeah.
just doesn't add up. It almost feels like some sort of conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
Well, that covers just about everyone.
Hmm.
Tell me more about yourself.
There's nothing much to tell.
Well, how'd you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought me my first camera. I was 8, and my parents had just split up.
I could get into business first.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Arno Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it, millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off. The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was lured to his death by a snowman.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium.
How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
A snowman, a penguin, and now a clown.
I had been about to add mine to the list, but stopped myself. I really didn't want to have to explain to George about my father's involvement with Cachon.
You know, I hate to admit it, but this is scary. And I'll tell you this, I will not be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance for a big break.
Or an early death. Did you live with your father?
Yes. My mother went off with her new boyfriend. I didn't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really. Always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted me to study art. That's why I went to college.
Collage.
Did you learn about photography at college?
God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used. Paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
This is the tool I used to get into the sewers.
Fascinating, George.
You're not interested, are you?
Oh, of course I am. I
That's
think it was very brave
original.
of you to go down those sewers.
Yeah? Well, it was kind of scary, but, well, I had a job to do.
Definitely tell the difference in the audio bits here.
I found this false nose in the sewer.
Hey, what's this inside it?
The contents of someone's nose?
Don't be cross, George. It says La Risée du Monde. Masks and costumes. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume. I found this tissue down the sewer.
That's disgusting, George.
No. I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use, or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
I found a piece of material near the cafe. When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed the film I shot at the cafe. Here, George. It's an enlargement I made.
Look what that guy's wearing.
Check the pants. The same material as I found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh, no?
Take a close look at his right cheek.
A scar in the shape of a horseshoe.
Or a crescent moon.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Okay, see you later. You know, lady, I should have got some flowers.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. How's your girlfriend?
She's not my girlfriend.
Maybe not yet, but I see your plans
He's like,
entwined in the future.
I doubt it. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Oh, what a hunk.
He's a killer.
I can see that. His eyes say it all.
okay, lady.
That's right, monsieur.
Whatever you say. Alright, so let's get on over here. Take a look at this. This is a skeleton on a unicorn with
It
a
was
buzzard.
an antique phonograph, the kind you have to wind by hand.
That's, hold on, wait a minute. That is a buzzard on top of a skeleton on top of a cow unicorn. Next to an ostrich. I feel like this has been changed. I almost want to play the original, but I'm just gonna go with this. All right. Can I look at any of this crazy crap? Here, crank it up. I'm gonna drive this man crazy.
The guy's spoon-shaped face was mournful and humorless. He looked like a vegetarian in a slaughterhouse. Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur. Please, come in. Welcome. Leave the mundane world behind, for in these four walls, fantasy is king.
I don't want a costume.
Didn't you ever dress up when you were a child?
Not that I remember.
Incredible! You'll be telling me next that you never shared your elder sister's lingerie.
I don't have a sister, and I think I'd look pretty silly in a brassiere. I just need some information.
Of course. How can I help you?
Have you heard of a man named Plantile?
I do not recall anyone of that name.
Okay.
I'm looking for a man who hired a clown costume from you.
Oui, monsieur. I do not see how I can help.
Don't you keep a record of costumes that you've rented out?
Of course, monsieur, but...
Well, then, I'd like to check your records. Give me the names of everyone who's rented a clown suit.
Impossible. There are too many.
What does this tool mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur.
Do you want this red nose back?
Not after it's been worn, thank you.
Does this dirty tissue mean anything to you?
Let me smell that. Bestheimer's number 7 white pancake.
Theatrical grease paint, right?
Oui, monsieur. La crème de la crème of Shakespeare accoutrement.
Have you sold any of it recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
Do you recognize this man?
Ah oui, he was here this morning. That is the man to whom I sold the grease paint. I remember the scar on his face. He chose 2 costumes. Bozo the clown and Seamus the pixie.
A pixie?
Very smart. Green silk with a taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Khan.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My
We have a
pleasure,
name.
monsieur. Allow me to shake you
Khan!
Huh? Well, okay.
Oh.
What are you trying to do, kill me?
You did not find it amusing?
I never saw the funny side of electroshock therapy.
Eh bien, it is yours to keep. A gift?
Do I need a
His
license?
face.
No, but I give you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
You wouldn't be able to breathe. You'd be like, oh. Alright, so. Oh. Back to the cafe. Can we go back in here? Hey, what's up, dude?
Hi there, remember me?
Ah, mais oui, Inspector. Have you found him?
Who?
The man in the sewer, of course.
I'm, sifting through the evidence.
Rather you than me, monsieur. So, when you are not exploring sewers, what do you do?
I take a lot of showers.
Oh, very good, monsieur. A policeman with a sense of humor.
Okay. I don't think there's anything else to do here.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
The guy at the novelty shop gave me this.
What is it?
A hand buzzer. You put it in your hand and give people electric shocks.
Why?
It's a gag. A practical joke.
If you ever use it on me, I'll break your arm.
Okay, okay. I get the picture. I
Okay.
have to go.
Gotta go again.
Okay, I'll see you later.
That's all I got for you, though. Cool, huh? Aha. See if I can look at this yet.
It was just some police paper. Excuse me, Sergeant.
What do you want now?
Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur. It's Stobart, monsieur. He insists on talking to you again.
Did he say what it was about?
No, monsieur.
Very well.
Hi, Inspector. Remember me?
But of course, Mr. Stobart. My mind is a well-ordered faculty. A mental classification system that's the envy of the Bibliothèque Nationale. No tricks, mark you, monsieur. Just exercise. Just as our muscles waste through inactivity, so our minds decay. But there is no need. If only people would learn to exercise their wits daily.
If he was trying to impress me, it worked. He was pompous and patronizing, but he had style.
Eh bien, if you called about the bombing, you're too late. Investigations have been closed.
But
I've been taken off the case.
what about the murderer, the dead guy?
It is out of my hands.
That's not weird.
Did you find out the ID of the guy who was killed in the explosion?
I already knew who he was.
Well?
I heard that the bomb victim's name was Plantar.
Your sources are reliable.
He was a big shot at the Treasury, wasn't he? Maybe that's why you've been taken off the case.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I cannot comment.
Well, how about
Don't you want to know what I found out about the killer?
I told you, monsieur, the case is closed. I have washed my hands of the whole affair.
Then I'll have to continue my investigations without your help.
No. You must forget the business of the clown completely. Go back to being an ordinary tourist, Stobard.
Sure.
So long, Inspector.
Whatever you say. How about
Do
you?
you know a man named Khan? He's a shifty-looking guy with a scar on his right cheek.
No, monsieur. Has this man any connection with the bombing of the cafe?
Yes. I believe Khan was the name he used when he hired the clown costume. What do you suppose?
It looks like something an obstetrician would use, monsieur.
It was with tools like this that the clown made his escape.
I don't understand.
He opened up the hole and disappeared into the bowels of the earth.
If you say so, monsieur.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur.
It's the guy who bombed the...
This man looks nothing.
He's taken off his grease paint and costume.
Then there is nothing to link this man with the killing.
Nothing? Look at those murderous eyes.
Hardly likely to get him convicted.
I found this red nose in the sewer.
What were you doing down there?
Fishing for clues. That's where the clown went.
You still insist you saw a clown, monsieur?
Of course. And this novelty nose proves it.
It will take more than a plastic proboscis to convince Inspector Rousseau.
You don't want this as evidence, then?
Certainly not, monsieur.
Do you recognize this dirty tissue?
No, monsieur, I do not.
I found it in the sewer.
Perhaps it would be better if you put it back there.
No way. This could be an important clue.
If you say so, monsieur.
Would you like to shake my hand, Sergeant?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur. The gesture could be misconstrued.
See you later, Sergeant. Hi.
Oh, hello.
I have to go.
Okay.
The only place left is the cafe. Oh, come on, let me do that.
The cover was too...
See if there's something else down here.
I lifted the cover. Hi there.
Huh?
Who? I'm... Oh. Hi there.
Huh?
Who? I'm... So I take... Oh.
Hello? Who is this?
Mr. Todrick?
Oh, it's you again. What now?
The man I'm looking for is called Khan. He bought a suit from you, remember?
Mr. Khan. Yes, I remember him. Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The Hotel Ubu. I don't remember the room number. It was Upstairs. The second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
Aha.
The man looked like an amiable Bigfoot. The guy looked just like a weasel.
Talk to this guy. Oh, hi. How's it going?
Excuse me?
Yeah?
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
No, I ain't. Don't tell me I missed him. Oh, that's too bad. I love the clowns, don't you?
I've seen daytime television.
I love it when the little guys get hurt.
That figures.
Custard pies, hose pipe down the pants, then smack! A plank in the kisser.
You ever meet a guy called Plantar?
No, I ain't.
You missed your chance. If you're quick, you'll catch him at the coroner's. Do you happen to know a guy named Khan?
That ain't nobody I know.
No way. Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
Is this a trick question?
No, I simply asked if you recognized him.
Okay then. No, I don't.
Have you ever seen this clown's nose before?
Nope.
Do you recognize this tissue? Think carefully now.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I'm gonna have to hurry you.
Ooh.
Time's up, so I'll tell you. It's a used tissue with a liberal dump of Bestheimer's number 12.
If you say so.
Shake my hand.
Nah.
Oh, rats. See you later.
Not if you see me first.
What?
The guy looked just like a weasel. Excuse me.
Yes?
I'm looking for a clown.
Are you trying to be funny?
No, I really am looking for a clown.
There are no clowns here except you.
Ooh.
Have you heard of a guy called Plantar?
No,
Burn.
that name means nothing to me.
Do you know a man by the name of Khan?
No, I don't.
It's very important I get to see him, and
I told you, I don't
Don't
know
fucking know him.
what does this tool suggest?
Hard labor.
Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
No, I never saw it.
Where was the goat at? Where is there a goat?
Have you ever seen this clown's nose before?
No.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Are you serious?
Oh, yes. Take a good look at the substance it's smeared with.
Ew.
You are sick. Very sick.
Will you shake my hand?
Are you joking? Who knows where it has been?
Inside, yeah. Let's go to the doctor. There's something here. There's somebody over here. Because I remember this stuff. I remember all this stuff. There he is. Right there. Okay. Gotta get that key. So
The
first
woman was
things first.
obviously English. She had all the qualities of Boadicea, Elizabeth I, and Margaret Thatcher rolled into one. It wasn't a pretty sight. Hi there, ma'am.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment, I thought. But never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
George Stobart, ma'am.
How sweet! I once had a stable boy called George. I am Lady Piermont. The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate you, George. Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh and blood. The blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak. You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
Did you know there's a gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and the bulge in his pocket?
I know plenty of men with Italian suits and bulges in their pockets. That doesn't necessarily make them gangsters.
I'm looking for a murderer.
Good heavens! You're a private detective.
That's correct, ma'am.
What's the term you Americans use? It's on the tip of my tongue.
I believe what you're thinking of is Dick.
Precisely.
Have you come across a man who calls himself Khan?
I am familiar with only one person named Khan.
Genghis Khan, the legendary Mongol barbarian chieftain?
No, darling. Kevin.
Kevin Khan? I never heard of him.
I'd be most surprised if you had, darling. He's a pharmacist in Hemel Hempstead. Organizes fundraising for the Rotarians. Lovely man.
Does he have a scar on his cheek?
I really wouldn't know, sweetie.
Are you here in Paris on vacation?
No, darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to get away after Algy's funeral.
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not. He was my husband.
Not.
I'm sorry to hear about your husband's death.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, my dear. It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris, she said. A wild romance is just what you need to take your mind off the inquest. Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken Breton chef. I must say I was disappointed with his coq au vin. Not at all what I was expecting. I was thinking of cutting my holiday short, packing my bags and heading back to Hemel Hempstead. That was until last night.
What happened to you last night?
I was stricken, Mr. Stobart. Cupid's arrow has cleft my bosom.
They couldn't really miss.
It was just as I'd always imagined it should be. The intimacy of candlelight. Romantic music tinkling across the room. And then, a stranger's glance. Those brooding eyes, that suave manner, those tight trousers. He was the man I'd been waiting for all my life.
I'm glad he finally turned up after all these years.
Ah, but it wasn't to be. He was merely toying with my affections. And if I ever catch up with him, he's dead.
Oh.
Who was the guy who led you on?
His name is Merlin.
Can you think of any use for this tool, ma'am?
I can think of someone I'd like to use it on.
Do you know what this is?
At a guess, I'd say it was a clown's nose.
That's right. It was worn as a disguise by a vicious killer.
Good heavens, are you trying to alarm me?
It's true. He uses the name Khan. Does this tissue mean anything to you?
I'm no shrinking violet, but that object makes me feel quite queasy.
I just couldn't bring myself to use the buzzer on this dear lady.
That's alright, man. That would be very mean.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him! That's Merlin!
She represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged. Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens, no! Monsieur Merlin is a fellow guest. He's the man I've been telling you about. That's the man who spurned me.
Really?
The man you know as Merlin is a fake.
What do you mean, sweetie?
He's a murderer. He also uses the name Khan.
I am shocked, Mr. Stobart. Shaken. I took him to be a gentleman, a man of honor. Do you know, I'd rather like to assist you in stitching him up.
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour ago. He came downstairs and spoke to that Clark chappie. Something passed hands. I couldn't see what exactly.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went out.
Are you sure you saw Merlin putting documents in the safe?
Yes, darling, positive.
I wonder what they were.
Obviously something of great importance.
Yeah. I'd sure like to get my hands on whatever it is. I'll bet they had something to do with Plantar's briefcase. Has Merlin returned to the hotel?
No, he hasn't. Are you going to search his room?
If I could get in there, I would.
I got a freaking mustache hair is tickling my nose.
I recognized the guy. It was the Nobel Prize winner from the country whose name I couldn't pronounce.
Let's see who's on.
Excuse me, you're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes, that is me, in person.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
I don't know anybody in Paris.
Oh, well, this guy's dead anyhow.
Why do you ask me about dead men? I have seen enough of death to last me a lifetime.
I'm, sure you have. Have you seen a clown?
I beg your pardon?
The clown. A guy in funny pants. Have you seen him?
My pants are from England, Marks and Spencer. They are a pleasure and a comfort to wear, with much support.
I'm real glad to hear that. You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
In my country, the people make do with string and egg cartoons.
For pants?
For everything. Oppression is the mother of ingenuity.
Have you any idea what this tool might be used for?
I cannot guess.
Would it mean anything if I told you it was for lifting drain covers?
Such technology fills me with wonder.
Do you recognize this man? He calls himself Khan.
Yes, I know this man. Why do you carry his photograph?
I'm a private detective. What does this clown's nose suggest to you?
In my country, we have no use for clowns.
I'm glad to hear it.
They were dealt with most severely in the last cultural cleansing.
What about the mimes? Did you get them too?
All gone. Our streets are mime-free.
Sounds like heaven. Does this goo-smeared tissue mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
May I shake you by the hand?
I do not shake the hands of imperialist dogs.
Now that's a real bad attitude problem you've got there.
Yeah, really.
What's your interest in Khan?
He is an enemy of my people.
You know he's a killer?
Of course, amongst other things.
Would you help me investigate Khan?
That is not possible. My instructions are to observe. I cannot jeopardize my position as an honored guest of this country's government.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
It was the register of guests staying at the hotel. There was no one registered under the name of Khan, but the name in the book for room 22 was Merlin. Hanging from a brass hook was a key and a plastic tag.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
No! I'm
What?
taking this key.
You were
Shut up.
trying to steal that key, no?
No way. The clerk wore a disdainful expression, like he'd been born with it. I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
I'm conducting a private investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean. That is one of the drawbacks of the catering business. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
I'm looking for a man who dresses like a clown.
This is a highly respectable hotel, monsieur. There are no clowns here.
If you say so. Do you know a man named Plantar?
No, monsieur.
I'd like to retrieve something from your safe.
Ah, oui, monsieur. May I see some form of identification?
Like what?
A driving license, perhaps?
I don't drive.
Your passport?
I don't have it with me. I could show you my operation scar.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I must have some form of unique ID.
You won't find a more unique ID than my scar.
I'm sorry. I must insist on a more traditional identification.
Rats. About the key hanging on the hook over there.
Oui, monsieur.
Which room is it for?
Number 21.
Is that room taken?
No. The guests checked out this morning.
21. Right next door.
I'd like to check into room 21.
That is not possible.
How come? You said it was vacant.
It is reserved for another guest.
Rats.
No, monsieur. Dutch.
Do you have a guest by the name of Khan?
No, monsieur. Perhaps you would care to check the register.
I already did.
Alors, you know I am telling the truth. May Saint Armand strike me down if I lie.
The man who calls himself Khan has a scar on his right cheek.
Vraiment? I tell you, I do not know a man named Khan.
Maybe not, but I noticed a change in his expression when I mentioned the scar. What do you make of this tool?
Stunning, monsieur. I bet you handle it like a professional.
Do you recognize this?
No,
What do you make?
Do you wish me to dispose of it for you, monsieur?
Hey, no! It could be useful. I'm holding on to this.
As you wish, monsieur. Perhaps you would like a little plastic baggie to keep it in?
Nah, it's fine the way it is. Hey, shake my hand.
I'd rather not, monsieur. I'm still sore from the shock administered by one of the guests. He was secretly concealing an electrical device in the palm of his hand. Practical jokes are so puerile, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, sure. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
It's Merlin, isn't it? Alias Khan, the clown.
I told you, I cannot tell you that.
Mm-hmm. I need some help from you.
Hi, ma'am.
Little help from my friend.
George, what can I do for you now?
Need that key. Oh, wait.
Did I show you this photograph?
Yeah.
Would you distract the clerk while I borrow a key?
Are you asking me to aid you in a criminal act, darling?
Oh, no. It's the key to an empty room.
And why, may I ask, do you wish to gain access to an empty room? Do you plan to squat?
No, ma'am.
Scouts honor?
I was never in the Boy Scouts, ma'am.
Oh, you should have been. What were your parents thinking of? It's a fine way for a boy to get licked into shape. Now tell me, why do you want to get into that room?
It's next to the room the killer is using.
Ah, so you plan to eavesdrop on Merlin?
I was hoping there might be a connecting door.
Well, how can I refuse? I shouldn't think my feminine charms would be much use in this case, but a good dose of English arrogance might do the trick. I say! You there? Flunky!
Oui, madame.
Listen carefully. You do understand English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Good. I wish to deposit some jewelry for safekeeping.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, bien sûr, madame.
Over to you, my dear.
Thank you.
The door. Maybe it wasn't the right room, but this was the right key. It was a massive mahogany wardrobe. There was nothing in the wardrobe apart from a vague, lingering smell of camphor. The cabinet was empty, but it smelt of onions. No kidding, it really did. The bed was several times larger than the narrow cot I'd been given at the place I was staying. The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits. It was the battered leather briefcase I'd seen Plantar carrying just before he died. I searched the interior of the briefcase, but as I'd half expected, it was empty. The cabinet had no drawers, just a single door. The assassin had been too smart to leave. The closet was a solid The closet was a
Oh, come on.
The closet was a solid, impressive piece of The closet was a solid, impressive. It was Khan. I had the kind of feeling in my stomach that would usually send me running to the bathroom. As Khan opened the wardrobe, I was sure I was dead. But he grabbed his pants quickly and didn't even see me. I didn't usually spy on men getting changed. But this guy was a killer, and I didn't want any surprises. He left his checkered pants on the bed. I wondered if the guy was colorblind. I had that kind of feeling you only get from searching still warm pants. There was nothing in the pocket. There was no bulb. The pocket was empty. A strip along the side seam of the pants had been unpicked. then sewn back up with strong thread and a special stitch. A strip along the side seam of the pants had been unpicked, then sewn back up. I flipped the pants over. I tried not to... I found nothing in the... I found an ordinary matchbook. No matches, no clues. But as I pulled it from the pocket, a strong thread came with it. A thread with a metal tag on the end. I pulled on the metal tag and the thread came out of the pants. It was like pulling out a ripcord. The pocket was empty. I turned the pants over again. I searched the pocket gingerly and found a pass card. It read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation. There was nothing. I turned the pants. The matchbook bore a pattern of swirling color and the words, Club Alamut. It was the card I'd found in the hotel bedroom. It read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Messi, what's up? I was just seeing who all was on. How you doing today?
What now, monsieur?
Does this pass mean anything to you?
That
Start at
is
8.
Monsieur
Cool.
Merlin's property.
Awesome.
That's right. Merlin the murderer. I want to see what he's left in your safe.
Impossible.
Getting ready
I
to eat real
cannot
quick.
betray his confidence, no matter what you say he's done.
You're making a big mistake.
Maybe. I can live with that. A murderer? Are you sure?
Positive.
Well, thanks for dropping in. You're the first person to say anything. So thank you for stopping in and saying hi. I was getting ready to end stream, but I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna go till 8. Try to get some more of this game finished. I don't know if you caught me talking about this before, but it's I've had the game when I was like, had it since I was like 12 maybe, or 13. So I've had, this game is like very close to me, very dear to me. I wanted to be in early but had shower. Oh, that's okay. That's alright, Messi. I appreciate you stopping in though. Let's give this guy the matchbook.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
Yeah.
Did I show you this pass?
Oui, monsieur.
Do you recognize this key?
That is the property of the hotel.
That's the key I took.
Correct.
May I ask how it found its way from the little hook to your pocket?
Would you believe it was put there by a poltergeist?
No, monsieur. The hotel is regularly serviced by an exorcist.
Oh.
If we had a ghost, Father Fécond would have flushed it out.
I suppose you want the key back.
Not especiellement. The room is vacant. Since you are so determined to conduct your little investigation, I won't stop you.
Okay. Well. Talk to this guy. He's up to something.
Hello again. This is a photo.
That is just one.
Do you recognize this key?
No.
Does the name on this...
Indeed it does. For Alamut was the home of the old man of the mountains. You do not know him?
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's a good question, isn't it, Messi? What kind of hotel has a regular exorcist? Apparently a frequently haunted one. Oh yeah, he's been by this week. You're good. No spirits this week.
Do you recognize this card?
No, I do not.
See, this guy's
Thanks
up
for
to
your help.
something, and I
Goodbye.
know this because I just know. I mean, they had a priest on retainer.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you
Hello,
now?
George. How are you?
Did I show you this photograph?
Yes, darling.
This is the key to room 21.
That's next to the room taken by that rotten Merlin, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes, and it's vacant.
Really? How convenient.
Maybe it was my imagination, but I had an uncomfortable feeling about this situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I found this matchbook in Merlin's bedroom.
It came from the Club Alamut. It might be useful to find out if that club is in Paris, George.
I found this pass in Merlin's room.
So, that deceitful little man is passing himself off as an electrician, is he?
A deceitful little man.
This guy probably has a million faces. I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Merlin's papers, but he wouldn't buy it. He's too scared.
I'll give him something to be scared of. Follow me, George!
Follow me. I'll set this little fella right. We're gonna get you those papers. You, sir.
Place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe.
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but
What's the problem?
he isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law. If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
You know, I haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
But here's the kicker. You can save the game here. If you go out this front door here, the two gangsters or flopsters or whatever the hell you want to call them, mobsters, they're right out this door and they will take that from you. So this is what we'll do. This is what we'll do. I know this shit like the back of my hand. I've probably played this game, I don't know, maybe a dozen times. Bye-bye.
I knew this was no way to treat an ancient manuscript, but I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
There we go. Goodbye, treasure map. Okay, so here we go. Go out here. Go down here. Goodbye! Oh.
Just a minute, monsieur.
What's your problem?
No problem, if you cooperate.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check. Nothing to worry yourself about.
Oh, well, all right.
Search him, Flap.
You bet.
Hey, knock it off. Get off, you big ape.
Nothing, Guido. Zilch.
Our apologies, monsieur.
What? I ought to report you to the authorities.
Round here, we are the authorities.
You want I should break his arms?
No. Let him go, Flap.
Haha. I outthought you guys.
If the manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed. I couldn't wait to get back to Nico's apartment and check it out.
So yes, as I was saying, I was like 12 or 13 when I had this.
Hi, how are you?
First got it.
Hi. Come in, George.
So I was just infatuated by this game. Came out in 96. I was 11. I think it was 96. This is actually the director's cut, so it's they added some stuff to this one. But let's see. Oh no, that's YouTube. Yep, 96. Conceived in 1994 by Charles Sincel. While talking about the mythology of the Knights Templar, and that's where I first discovered like the Knights Templar and just became like just like in awe of like what they. I mean, of course they weren't like great or anything, but as a kid it was like treasure and you know all that stuff. Of course they were known for a lot of other things.
What are you doing to help trace the killer clown?
What are you doing?
Research, George.
Yeah? You have a copy of the clown's yearbook?
I have a telephone and lots of contacts.
Oh, well, did you find anything useful?
Not yet. I'm employing my first and most useful weapon.
What's that?
Patience.
Oh, I've heard of that. Isn't it a substitute for decisive thinking?
I you know, absolutely fell in love with the game back then when I was a kid. Of course, the whole, you know, connection between these two, and it's like, oh, are they gonna become a thing? What's going on? Turns out, I had the first two games for a long time. There's 5 games, and if I'm not mistaken, I guess they're supposed to make a 6th game, or they were going to, and they didn't, or something. But my goal is to play all 5 of them, and beat all those games, and just enjoy the whole entire story. Yeah, it is very much a National Treasure vibe. Before National Treasure, of course, because before that was a movie. So yeah, love this game, love it.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Not anymore. There was someone, a guy in my final year, but it didn't work out. Neither did my degree.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
You're single, huh? It's like
Tell me more about your family.
When I was a little girl, I used to spend the winter with my grandfather and grandma. They were the best times, warm and safe in their tiny cottage. My grandfather rolled cigarettes while grandma made hot chocolate and cakes. One day, he stopped his rolling. He put the lid back on his tobacco jar and took me in his arms. I laughed and wriggled, but he hushed me to be silent. With his unshaven chin all scratchy in my ear, he told me his secret.
What did he say?
He said, I don't smoke, but she likes to think I do.
What a weird old man.
Don't call my grandfather weird. He was the nicest guy ever. I wish I was back in that cottage instead of this crummy apartment in this noisy city.
And the storyline, just the way, the dialogue and everything is just, it's perfect. Everything about it is just right on point.
I found this matchbook in the killer's hotel room.
And you can tell the difference in the sound
It's
bits.
from the Club Alamut.
Some are original, some aren't.
Is there anything written inside it?
No, what were you expecting?
If this was a movie, there'd be a clue. A name or an address? That's no use. There aren't even any matches in it.
Oh well, I'll keep it as a souvenir.
But you can, yeah, you can tell the audio bits that they added that aren't, you know, they had the original dialogue and they had all these little bits that they, not like I said bitch, bits that they added.
I found this in the killer's room.
There we go.
What is it? A credit card?
ID, Thomas Merlin of the Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Never heard of him or the company.
You're just not going to believe what I've found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe
Ooh.
at the U.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantar?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Look there, 2 guys on the same horse.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of 2 knights sharing a horse. Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusades.
This is awesome. So, everything you see
This
here.
guy, named Eusdepain, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive.
Jeez. So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years. Anyway, we're
Did
supposed
some
to
of
be
that get cut
investigating
off?
a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping.
Yeah. Alright, so it seemed like there was a little bit that got cut off of that. This is the like I said, it's the director's cut. So the original could have been a little bit different. I don't know. I mean, obviously it was different, but I don't know what all they changed or removed for that matter. Clearly they added stuff. Don't know if they might have removed some things. Alright.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Alright, let's see here. Now, as you can see, there's 4 parts here, and then this in the center. We have this, a bull, and a gem.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod.
And then
There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover? It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes.
yeah, I think it would be better to leave it here than carry it with us with people out there trying to kill us. Maybe, I don't know if leaving it there would be a good idea either, though, because she had someone watching that bugged her apartment. She said herself that someone bugged her apartment.
A knight with a crystal ball. Now, there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinam mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
Tell you that again?
The knight, through my teachings, you will be enlightened.
Okay.
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the wicked queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall," wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid. Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either.
Let's face it, we need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a
Imbiampa
guy who
Jones.
specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobino.
Huh.
Not
Some
Lobino.
stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
Far from it. Andre
Andre.
is the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino guy?
At
Yeah, you
the
named the dog
Museum.
Indiana.
I'll give you the address.
Cool. So Andre is a sly little stinker. He's infatuated with Nicole Collard.
Are you sure you've never heard of Thomas Merlin?
Positive.
Okay. Well, here, you take it.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
You get ready for stream. Okay, Messy, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you soon. Let me get out of... What, I gotta do all these again?
They're between the night through my...
There we go. Okay.
I have to go.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lobino at the Krone
I
Museum.
better save. Save the game. Where are we at? %. All right. I'll see you shortly, Messy. I'll be rating you in just a few. Okay, so Museum Creuset. There, look at that. That looks like a tripod.
In the case was a spindly tripod, blackened with age and pitted with rust. It was identical to the tripod pictured on the manuscript. A notice
Aha.
identified it as 15th century from Western Ireland. It had been found in Loch Marne at the site of a Knights Templar preceptory.
Ireland! What's that?
This tripod was found in Ireland.
I will have to ask you to keep your voice down.
I'm sorry, I was excited.
Ireland! Ireland, I say! Alright, I think... Oh. Let me pause it right quick. I'll be right back. Alright, I got some food. So I'm just gonna hit the BRB scene for just a minute while I eat. Okay, I'm back. There we go.
The totem pole looked distinctly out of place in the setting of the museum.
Oops, didn't mean to turn the phone off. There we go. Come on, get it right. There we go. So, I remember how to do this.
A metal rod attached to the wall was connected to the window.
And then that. So,
Attention! Don't you think it's better stop?
What's the problem? Fumes from car exhausts?
Not just that, monsieur. There's a new burger bar opened up across the street. The Laughing Buffalo.
So what's the problem?
They cook their burgers on a charcoal grill, and the fat falls on the open flame. The amount of organic compound and smoke particles released is astounding. Since they opened, local air pollution has doubled, and it stinks like a funeral pyre. That is why I keep the windows closed.
Oh. Wait till you're not looking.
Don't.
This is ridiculous. I could be here for hours.
You did it, not me.
Watch out!
Pardon me?
Oui, monsieur?
Are you
Oh, no. Fancy you mistaking me for him. No. I am the deputy custodian.
But Labino does work here.
Work? I wouldn't go so far as to call it there. He studies here most days, but as you can see for yourself, not today.
Do you know anything about the Knights of the Temple?
No, sir. Not a sausage.
Knights of
The
the
sign on the
Templar.
tripod says it was found at a Templar preceptory.
It does?
Yeah. It doesn't mention John Dee at all.
Most remiss.
You don't know anything about the tripod, do you?
No, I don't. I never had much of a start in life, you see. I owe what little education I gained to my uncle. He was an optician, but he also doubled as the village school teacher. He taught me the alphabet. Wait, 19 letters of it. The bottom row of the chart was too small even for him to read, so he left them out.
Why don't you start over and enroll for adult education?
You know, I never thought of that. Do you think if I studied art and did all my homework, I could be a professor of history?
At your age? Dream on. Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
Not me, monsieur. I am no scholar, though people often mistake me for one. It is the uniform, I guess. They see the clothes. They are impressed.
And they ask you to park their cars?
They ask me to park the... No. They assume I am an authority on the exhibit in my care.
Whereas you know next to nothing about history.
Of course not. All I am saying is, I am no scholar, not like Monsieur Labino.
Where is this Labino?
Can you give me any further information about the tripod?
Certainly, monsieur. It's infamous. That tripod, that belonged to John Dee.
What's the importance of John Dee's tripod?
Dee was the most famous escapologist of the 16th century. The Houdini of his time.
Don't you mean alchemist? Escapologists use ropes, chains, and handcuffs, not tripods.
But whatever he was, that is the tripod he used in his experiments.
Okay.
What kind of experiments did John Dee perform with his tripod?
Oh, the usual. Didn't you study chemistry at school?
Yeah, but we skipped over thaumatology. Can I take a closer look at the tripod?
What? Get it out of the case? Ah, no! That tripod is protected by a sophisticated surveillance system.
How sophisticated?
A painfully loud alarm bell.
How is the alarm bell triggered?
By the slightest pressure on or movement of any part of the case wherein that tripod is situated.
It strikes me that to call your alarm system sophisticated is, well, stretching the truth a little.
It has never failed yet. The sophistication is in its simplicity.
What does this tool...
That belongs in a museum. Pardon?
It is a priceless historical
Indiana Jones.
artifact, if I
It
am not
belongs in a
mistaken.
museum.
No, it's a plain old tool for lifting drain covers. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. Is there any reason why I should?
I guess not.
I guess not.
Do you recognize this red...
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
What do you make...
It is?
Yep, disgusting. Yep.
Would you
Shake
like to
my hand.
shake my hand?
Not while I'm on duty.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamut?
Oh, no. I don't frequent places like that.
Do you recognize this ID?
No.
Okay.
Thanks for your help.
Try to get this.
As I reached toward the display case, a shrill pipe I froze. Then tried...
No, monsieur. No. No.
Okay, okay.
No, stay in there this time.
This is ridiculous. I could be here for hours.
What the hell?
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur.
Thanks.
Watch out! Leave it alone. That closet is over 3,000 years old.
Closet? It's a sarcophagus.
Damn it! What am I missing here? I ought to know this.
This is ridiculous. I could be here for hours.
Alright, let's go back to her.
Hi. I've been to the Kroon Museum.
Did you speak to Lobineau?
No, he wasn't there. Let's take another look at the map.
Oh, no, it's not.
Between... There's a... There, but... And through... I found the tripod.
Where?
In the museum. It belonged to the Templars. It was dug up in Ireland at a place called Loch Marn.
I have heard of Loch Marn. I read an article about the castle. Take a look for yourself.
A popular gossip magazine. You read that rubbish?
No, I write it.
Professor Nigel Pegram, excavating the medieval castle at Loch Marn. That's strange.
What?
Man, I wish I could fix
Resigned
this.
his chair at Durham University in order to devote his time to the excavation. Not only that, but he canceled the filming of a 4th series of his popular television program. This site at Loch Marn must be awful important to him.
He's a professor of history. They're all cuckoo.
All the same, I'd like to talk to this Professor Pegram. How do you feel about a trip to Ireland?
Disappointed.
Huh?
That I won't be going. I want to follow up the Belota case. If you really think Pegram's dam is important, why don't you visit Loch Marn?
On my own? I'm not so sure about that. Where is Ireland exactly? No.
Then why is it lit up again?
Have you found out any more about the murders?
Well, it may be nothing, but both the clan's victims visited Paris earlier this year.
When?
The second week of July. They were both here at the same time.
Did they meet?
I don't know, but I can't imagine it was coincidence.
I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Alright, looks like I'm getting ready to head off to Ireland. 34%. Yep, Paris. Lochmar.
I passed the castle on the way into Lochmarn, the castle where Peagram's excavation was located.
I think I need to fix this. There. Save. That time was a bus. I thought... Oh no, that didn't happen yet. That's after I talk to the guy and he comes outside. I remember this so well, I'm like ahead of myself in the storyline. Alright, so this looks like a good place to stop. Pretty sure Messy's gonna be on any second now if she's not already. Let me see. Did I save it? 34, I'll do it again. There she is. Oh, she's got a cool starting scene. It's awesome. I wish mine was animated. Alright everyone, we're gonna close this out. Quit. Yes. There we go. There we go. Let's see. So it looks like it was just Messy that came by today, so thank you. You're already streaming, so you can't hear me. But we're gonna go ahead and raid with my 2 viewers. Okay. Studios. There we go. Alright, bye everyone. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.